McMorris! Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Come on, man.
How are you?
Nice to see you. How are you?
Yeah, good.
Welcome. Welcome. How is it?
It's good.
Listen, that's unbelievable. You pulled it off.
Thank you.
How does the rib feel?
The rib is feeling better and better every day, but it's still a broken rib, so it's every time I sneeze, I almost cry.
We played the clip of the fall. I saw the fall, and I thought, that's it. I thought maybe, I mean, you're a tough guy, so maybe you'd get out there and you'd compete, and you'd have a decent performance, but I don't know how someone does it with a broken rib. Then you had that judging experience. And then, so just before we get to all that, I want to know, just sum up the experience of the Olympics. What was it?
It was mesmerizing. You know, you go there and you can prepare yourself as much as you want to think you know what it's going to be like, but the magnitude of it is greater than anything you can prepare yourself for. And it was just a trip. All the countries there, all these amazing athletes, and it was pretty inspiring.
When did it dawn on you that this was a different experience than you were ready for or prepared for?
I think when I got to the bottom of the course for the first time and saw like the massive grandstand and it was just going to be packed, and I think just the amount of production that was there, it was just overwhelming at times.
How did you figure out how to manage it?
Guys like Adam, my coach, that was there with
Adam
me.
back there, right?
Yeah, wave at him.
With that wicked shirt, that shirt. Hey, there's Coco! There's Coco! But what do they do? Like, because what you do is such an interesting sport in that it's teamwork prepares you, but it's a solitary experience coming down that hill.
Yeah.
So how does someone teach you that?
It's just building. I've been building over the last few years, learning how to deal with pressure. And I thought last year I had the most pressure anybody could ever have at the X Games. And then I was like, okay, this is the Olympics. And then you fall on your first run, and then, okay, I have one more leg at my dream to make it to an Olympic final. And it's trying to focus on everything around you is changing, but you still drop in, you're still snowboarding. That doesn't change. And trying to get that mindset can be hard, but if you are able to jump in that box and work with it, it can happen.
When you fell at the X Games in the rib, you must have known something was wrong.
Yeah, it was just devastating. I wasn't mad about the pain. I wasn't mad about that. It was so stupid, you know. It's a freak accident, and that's how it always happens. And I just remember, like, wheezing. I couldn't get my breath. I was like, okay, maybe I'm just winded myself. But then by the time I got to the bottom, I knew something was wrong. And I was in the hospital, and my phone was just blowing up with the crash, and it was all over the media. And I was like, if I cannot watch this until I know at least I get to give a shot at the Olympics. And it was just heartbreaking because the amount of work I put in to get to the point to go to the Olympics, and then it was over for pretty much 24 hours there until the doctor said, okay, you can go. And the amount of ups and downs even in that little short period of time were so major that, I don't know, I was like a mess.
Were there people around you sitting in a room with you, walking you through those 24 hours?
Yeah, everybody was there, my parents, Coco, Adam, all my team managers, and we got into a room that night and went over the x-rays and CT scans, and it showed that the rib was snapped, but if it was to break again, it couldn't do any internal damage. It was just going to be extremely painful. And I remember getting into the room, and the doctor was talking for like 30 minutes about it, just the injury, and everybody's just sitting there like, all right, can I go or not? And it was the worst 30 minutes of my life, but he said yeah, and then there was nothing stopping me at that point. It was get on the plane, go to Europe, and I was in like 7 hours of rehab every day. I felt like I was in an old women's Pilates class in the pool, like I was doing pool aerobics. It was pretty cool.
Gives you a new appreciation for what those ladies go through, doesn't it?
It does. It truthfully does.
So then you get to that first Olympic run, you know, and you have all the excitement and the people are there. How badly was did it hurt? How much pain were you in?
Yeah, there was pain for sure, and the amount of pain I was in during the qualifying compared to the finals was such a big difference. Every day it got so much better. I needed every single day I got.
But could you take any painkillers because the Olympic drug testing, like how did you manage all that?
No, you're not allowed to take anything too major, but yeah, just a lot of acupuncture to release all the muscles, and definitely some muscle relaxers for sure, but nothing that wasn't banned. And yeah, it was just crazy. I remember the first day of practice was Monday, and everybody was on the course, and I was like up the hill riding, like trying to figure out how to ride my snowboard again without being in pain. And then the next day it got a bit better. And it was also really funny having my brother there being the broadcaster. I was so frustrated one day in practice. I was in so much pain. And I got to the bottom, and Craig was just standing there, like super slick back hair, CBC jacket, like broadcaster. He's like, "Go get him, kid." And I was just like, just started crying, laughing. He's always good to brighten the mood, and it doesn't matter what situation, he'll just make you laugh.
Speaking of your brother.
Oh, no.
Hey, Mark. Hey, George. Hey, Canada. Craig McMorris alongside Rob Snook. We are about to call the gold medal half-pipe final. This is a big deal, but we have a couple questions for you first.
The first question is this. Craig says, Mark, that all of the tricks that you used to win the bronze medal were taught to you by him. His fans want to know if it's true.
Second question is the stank eye that you gave the judges. What score were you giving them? And you looked mean. Can you tell us about that?
Mr. Snook, Mr. McMorris.
Holy cow. Yeah, I saw a few funny memes, you know, those photos on the internet, and then like the captions with it. And there are some pretty aggressive ones. Like, sad panda, my eyes like.
You know, like, we were stunned. Sal Masekela lost his mind on Twitter, about it. Everybody knew that you got smoked by the judges there, and we couldn't figure out what was going on.
Yeah, and that's judge sports. You know, you never know what they're going to be into that day or what that panel of judges likes. So you go out there and do your best, and that's all you can do. The rest is totally out of your hands. So it's just finding pride and being happy on what you were able to do. And I think going in, I was a gold medal favorite, but at the end of the day, I got bronze. But in my mind, it just felt like a gold with everything that I went through. It was literally the most adversity I've ever had to overcome. It was crazy.
I've heard guys and women say that they put the jersey on, or they put the leaf on, that maple leaf, and they feel a weight with it that's different when they go to the Olympics, even different from World Championships. What was that like when you realized that this is what you were a part of?
Yeah, when you show up, I travel around the world doing a world tour, competing for Canada, but when you go to the Olympics, it's a different thing. You're literally competing for the nation in a medal count, and on that final day, I have a really good opportunity to get Canada's first medal, and all these things are going through the back of your head. What if, and try and keep them positive always. But yeah, it's so cool. The feedback from Canada, the amount of people that tune in to watch the Olympics is massive. I think every kid has an Olympic memory that has grown up in Canada. We're such a winter-based country, and it was too cool.
You can't wait for the next one?
Yeah, South Korea. Choosing the weirdest places.
The best places. Just think of where you get to compete. That's incredible.
Yeah, you know, there's so much talk about Russia being terrible, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was such a cool culture, and they kept saying it's probably the safest place in the world. Like, there was so much security, it was ridiculous. You felt like you couldn't get touched if you tried.
Right. Did Vladimir Putin, was he walking around topless? Did you see him? Or?
Yeah, he was just riding a horse through town. Topless, it was weird.
Will you go back there?
Probably. The terrain there is amazing. The snow is great. But I think I need some time before I get back there.
What much was made, and I know Shaun White took heat for it, but I understand, look at the hill, like, that hill looked really different and wild. What did you think about that hill?
Yeah, it was different, but the course was great. You saw the highest level of riding that's ever happened. I did a run that I've never done before. It has never been done in a slopestyle competition, so it speaks to how well the course rode. Nobody was hurt in the final. The media is just searching for like the negatives, and Shaun White was dropping out. The course was bad, and I'm like in my room trying to like trying to get up to the hill. I had way too much on my mind. I was not worried about that. So the course rode well, and I think the display of slopestyle at the Olympics was amazing. Sun was out, level riding was high, everybody was positive. It was fun to watch. I don't know, was it?
Yeah.
Cool.
You know, between that and the moguls, both men's and women's, you put boards or skis on Canadians right now, and we seem to be in our moment.
Yeah, we are winter.
When people found out that you were coming on, they started asking questions. We don't normally take questions from the audience, but Mark, who I think was 5 or 6 or 7 years old, sent 2 questions in. No, so this is Daniel for you. His name is Daniel. Daniel's question is, one, what is your favorite food?
Oh, okay.
So, what's your answer?
Fish tacos.
Was that good competition food? Is that...
Most places I travel to, it's kind of sketchy to eat fish. So,
what are the fish tacos like in Saskatchewan?
I don't think I ever ate fish until I left Saskatchewan. But no, I guess before I train or before I compete, you love to get like a good steak in you or something. But I probably have to go with like Kraft dinner, mac and cheese, something like that.
There you go, Daniel.
Keep it Canadian.
Look at the second question Daniel has.
How many snowboards do you have? Yeah, I usually go through maybe 10 to 15 in a year. Yeah. So got to keep them fast and crispy.
You got to do it. What's the thing you learned the most about yourself from this experience?
I think if you really, setbacks sometimes make you better. Truthfully, you tend to want things more. And I also learned that everything happens for a reason. I was so incredibly worked up about the Olympics before I got hurt, and I could not take my mind off of it. When I got hurt, I was like, all this stress went away. I was just hanging out, trying to get better, worried about myself, did it for myself. I wanted it so bad, but it wasn't like a stress about it. It was like, I need to go and do it. And all the pain I went through, this thing just, I don't know, it just heals it all.
There it is.
It's just too good.
Mark, that's amazing. Look at that. So there's that moment when they say congratulations, they shake your hand and they slip this over your neck. What are you thinking?
Oh, Canada. No, it was the coolest podium I've ever been a part of. 2 good friends, looked down, and my mom, dad, Craig, 2 of my best buddies from home flew to Sochi to watch, my uncles, aunties. It was like the McMorris entourage was beyond. It was too cool. And that, even them being there just makes you want it so much more. Family support is huge.
Did you cry?
I didn't cry, but I saw Cinder drop a tear in the crowd, so that was good.
Speaking of your folks, I like this picture. Once the rib was broken, it was a great opportunity to celebrate your heroism.
Oh my God, the McRib shirt.
The McRib shirt.
That is too cool. Nice, dude.
Your folks at the bottom of the hill. That's so great, man.
Sick.
Oh, wait, listen, you know that if you come here, there's going to be picture time.
That was me last week on Halloween.
No, that wasn't Halloween. That was just like a Wednesday.
Yeah, true.
This, with your brother, it's amazing. First of all, you get in Jersey. Look at this.
A couple of straight shooters.
That's right. This is good. Look, what is happening here?
Holy, just asking for some food, to be truthfully honest. Can I have some bread?
Right. The fact that you had to that it was at a communion didn't really matter to you or confirmation.
I was just like, okay, let's go to the hill.
This is my favorite one. Show them this one.
My mom is queen for setting up these cheesy photo shoots when we were young. It's like, I remember just like posing in the grass sometimes, and it was like, I'll never do that again. Now here I am like doing like photo shoots and stuff.
All the time.
Thanks, Mom.
You're talking about your family and wanting it. Leading up to the Olympics, you may have felt pressure, but you didn't show it. There was a certain swagger to you and a cockiness, and there was you're smiling and having a good time and ready to go. Was that Was it bullshit on the outside?
It's always bullshit, you know. I think I'm really good at like convincing myself that I don't have pressure or stress, but I kind of take it in other places. You know, you're before I drop in, my legs are literally like shaking, and I'm like, stop shaking, please. Like, I don't need this right now. But I can always seem to put out a vibe that seems mellow, and I try and put it onto myself to be like that, just because it makes everybody around you feel a little bit more comfortable. And I'm sure you guys might have been stressing as much as me at some point.
Every time, you know, the first rail, then over the doll, which I love. The doll's awesome.
No other dolls fell out.
No, I know, right?
It's weird.
And then when you're up in the air, is it quiet in your mind, or what's happening?
Yeah, a lot of people will ride with both headphones in, just like cranked, but you can like hear everything going on. As soon as you drop in, like you don't know, there could be a bomb blowing up over there or an avalanche. You're just like so into what you're doing. It's crazy. I've been really lucky. That's one of my keys. I can zone into snowboarding more than I can. Like, I could not focus at school. I could not focus at anything. But that's one thing I can really focus in on, and it's been a big help to me. I can't hear anything. And then you land the last jump, and it's like, and it's like best feeling. It was actually really cool. I got to tell this story. I was scared to turn on my phone after because I thought it might just like blow up and I'd get in trouble or something. No, but I opened my phone and I had a text from my friend, and there was a lot of texts, but this is one I opened because it was a video and they're filming. It was 5 in the morning, and I thought it was like maybe 2 or 3 of them. They're filming the TV on my last run, and they're all like, oh, and you can hear Craig commentating all cheesy in the background. Like, yeah. And I land, and it's just, boom, the house erupts. There's like 40 of my friends in there, and it's 5 in the morning. Yeah. And it was just the most like that was when I almost cried. That was like I was sitting in the car. Actually, I was waiting to pee for doping, and I was just like, it was pretty cool.
Does it change the way does this experience affect how you compete at other events?
I'm not sure yet. I guess I'll have to. I have an event, U.S. Open, coming up pretty quick. If I'm healed, I'll be there. But I think it will. I think it's going to take a little bit more stress off. Everything, even every event leading up to the Olympics, you're like, okay, this is an event, but no, like it's just this like monster. And I've been like walking up the stairs for 2 years, and It's finally over, and now I can just relax and do my thing, get back to normal, and just enjoy it. It's really just an amazing accomplishment for me, and it's a huge team effort. So.
And listen, to get our first medal is something. When you take this medal, when you hand it to somebody, who's the person that you can't wait to hand it to so they can feel this, or you did?
Well, I guess I don't know if my dad felt it yet or my parents, but I can't wait to get home. He'll have this most special spot for it. My parents have this really cool medal room and trophy room, and I think this will be on center display for a while until hopefully I stand in the middle in 2018. So that's really cool.
Listen, man, you've done us proud, no doubt. What a pleasure to see you.
Thanks, man.
Thanks so much. Everybody. Canada's bronze medalist, Slopestyle snowboarder. We'll be right back.